let me first let me give first and foremost, let me give a shout out to Doggy Diamonds, right? Because Doggy Diamond's been on the interviews with Gene Deal before Vlad, right? So I don't know how Vlad take credit for solving something when there was other people that came before him and contributed great information when it comes to this Tupac Biggie stuff, right? And he's from Brooklyn, right? And he's really from the culture, not a nigga that just interviewed a bunch of people and learned something, then feel like they from the culture, right? But like I said, I'm not gonna keep going at Gene. What happened happened. I said, earlier today, I'm not gonna continue to go back and forth about it. But what I did learn is that through me being naive and uh, being quick to embrace people and coin them as friends, that I never really paid attention to I never I never looked at Gene with an unbiased eye, right? I'll say that. Um, so more recently, he did this interview with the Art of Dialogue, saying that he would tell on Diddy, and he would tell everything he knew, this, that, and the third, from '97 on, boom, 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 right? So after I see like what happened to me, and I wish a lot of y'all please understand, man, that me and this man didn't grow up. We became friends in YouTube universe, and like that's it. You know what I'm saying? I understand y'all like the Starsky and Hutch, uh, whatever, Batman and Robin, whatever you is in your head. Like, please, like I take my life very serious. You know what I'm saying? And when I see somebody don't value mine as much as I value mine and would value theirs, then I just have to distance myself. And it ain't no love lost. It's just that you learn, like DMX said, you believe people when they show you who they are, right? So to constantly attack and all that, it ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? All it is about trust, and that was broken, and that's it. You know, the jokes, the Gene Squirrel, and all that other shit. Just like he put the little funny titles, I use a funny title. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to kick his back in. But due to the the cattiness of the disloyalty of the get back because of me speaking the truth in the attack, it just made me just see character, right? So now we're going in character. I seen this interview with the Art of Dialogue, and now he just like this Gene. I'm not saying that I never thought that he would tell on Diddy because he's been telling for the last 4 years. But the way that he verbally said, I if they come to me, I will tell what I know about the Kim Porter. I will tell what I know about the Keefe, his relationship with Keefe D. I will tell about the Tupac and Suge at the back of the House of Blues. I will tell, I will tell, I will tell. I have a dream. I have a dream. That nigga said, I will tell, I will tell, I will tell. So I've never heard him say like talk like that. I mean, like even off record. So to see that was like, whoa. And it had me start thinking, right? Now, prior to this, I would just have a biased opinion. I wouldn't even be thinking open minded, right? But now that I see like his full character, and then I see that interview from I don't know, was that today or yesterday? And he's like, yo, if they come to me, because he was basically telling them to come to him and say he's ready to tell, which makes me think either he knows that he's about to get in trouble, or they already came to him and he putting it out there for us to know that he already cooperating allegedly and softening the blow for us so we, everybody don't be uh calling him a betrayer or whatever, because you got you got a lot of people out here saying, "Oh, Gene is doing the right thing." I'm proud of Gene. Gene is standing up, but yes, he is doing the right thing now, and part of him doing the right thing now is he's getting paid to get up here and say what you are considering the right thing by telling these things. But when these things was happening and he was getting paid by Puff, and he was seeing and being around these same things that he's telling the stories about now, that he's ready to tell the police now. He didn't tell the police then, right? He didn't tell the police then about his relationship with Keefe D. He didn't tell the police then about Kim Porter and all this other stuff, right? But he's willing to do it now because what? The heat is on, right? Now, the thing that stuck out, that jumped out to me the most, is he said, I will tell y'all about his relationship with Keefe D. And Puff, you got to be watching. I know you watching. I know you staying in tune with what I'm telling you after I already called this, way before the crooked cop, right? They coming for you, Puff, for the Tupac murder. I'm going to tell you why. They doing this whole expose on Keefe D on Nightline, right? And that got Diddy in it, right? Um, I just seen another interview with Phil Carson the day after him and Dawn went on uh Wedgies, and they went through that back and forth thing. And but the interesting part about it, it said the title on the show, it said Suge Knight, Tupac is about to get justice, right? And then they question it and they talking about the Tupac case, but they got Phil Carson up there. and Phil Carson is on the Biggie case. So I'm like, why they got Phil Carson up here talking about the Tupac case? Then Reggie's acting all weird lately, trying to change the story a billion times. He said he found out that Southside killed Tupac because he went to the hospital and he talked to Suge in the emergency room. And then Buntry and Neckbone came over to the club at 662 and told him to, all in one sentence. And it's like, why is Reggie changing up his stories again? And then now all of a sudden, after they run up in Diddy house, Gene says, I will tell you about the relationship between him and Keefe D. Now, shout out to Doggy Diamonds. I'm using this under fair use, but it's courtesy of Doggy Diamonds TV. The link is in the description box. You know, make sure you get his credit for this, right? Now, Gene said he's willing to tell Oak about the relationship with Keefe D. Now, this is something that he has not said in a long time. Because I started digging, right? Listen to this shit right here.
Girls. Right. First time I met you. What you told me that night, I'll never forget what you told me. You told me what happened to Big. And I was like, that's not what they said happened. Could you, for the people, I'm pretty sure you told them the last moments of what happened, the shooting. How did it happen again?
Well, me and Puff was arguing outside the car because I wanted to ride on top of the,
the presidential riding.
The presidential,
yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like, things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, 2 weeks before we went out to LA, I did this interrogation and surveillance class with the DEA because my job was offering and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they told you how to question somebody. You do a line of questioning, and if they do what they call an involuntary eye movement, involuntary motion, you ask them like a series of 10 questions that you know the individual is going to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Then you ask them something that's uncomfortable for them. You understand?
Almost like a verbal lie detector?
Right.
Gotcha.
And then you ask them something that if you know they're going to tell an outright lie about it or be untruthful. And then you look at their motions doing that every time. And you jotting down the different motions you're doing those questioning. Then we did what they called surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was people in the classes, and they tell you these people what they had on. They're gonna try to you got to follow them. They're gonna try to lose you.
Mm-hmm.
So in the interim of that class, they was telling about being in the car and knowing if somebody follow you. He said if you make 3 rights or run 3 lights, and somebody's behind you doing the same thing, they following you. You take 3 rights, you in the same place you start.
Facts.
You understand?
Yeah, facts.
So if that car's behind
we're going back to the same place for it.
We're going back to the same place for it.
Yeah.
Or if you run 3 lights and you see somebody running 3 lights with you or running lights with you,
evidently
what's it called? So that night I wanted to do the presidential thing. Yo, Keefe D and them had came up into the party. I said, yo, Keefe, yo, Big, you know Keefe? Just like that. Yo, Big, they gave each other dap.
So Keefe D is Southside Crips.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he up in there. It's right there. So now the fire alarm.
Not to cut you, was Baby Lane there or was he?
No,
dead?
he wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah. So the fire alarm, this is after Pac is dead.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why when they draw up this whole thing and say, and they do this whole radio thing, they found the killer and everything like that. Yo, and Keefe D didn't ever have a conversation with Puff prior to this. Me and Keefe D and we was in the Four Seasons gambling together. You understand?
So it's surveillance video of that somewhere.
Huh?
It's surveillance video of that somewhere. Yeah, wow.
So you're in the Four Seasons Hotel. So we in the Four Seasons gambling.
Wow.
Me, D-Mac, Keefe D, Zip, Puff, and Tretch with Arnell Simpson on his arm.
Tretch was down with Tupac too, though.
Well, bro, he was.
Y'all got pointed out to y'all, or did y'all just did y'all just hear what the fuck just happened? Do I need to point it out, or did y'all just hear it? Did I need to point out? Did y'all? Now he said, after Tupac is dead, right? Puff, Keefe D, D-Mac, Zip, Gene, they all in there gambling together after Tupac is dead. Now this nigga is sitting there saying he is willing to testify about Puff's relationship with Keefe D, dry snitching, insinuating allegedly that Puff did put out this hit on Tupac. Because watch what comes next. Listen again. This is after Tupac is dead.
You doing the same thing? They following you. You take 3 rights, you in the same place you start.
Facts.
You understand?
Yeah, facts.
So if that car's behind
we're going back to the same place for.
We're going back to the same place for.
Yeah.
Or if you run 3 lights and you see somebody running 3 lights with you or running lights with you, evidently what you call. So that night I wanted to do the presidential thing. Yo, Keefe D and them had came up into the party. I said, yo, Keefe, yo, Big, you know Keefe? Just like that. Yo, Big, they gave each other dap.
So Keefe D is Southside Crips.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he up in there. It's right there. So now the fire alarm.
Not to cut you, was Baby Lane there or was he?
No,
dead?
he wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah. So the fire alarm, this is after Pac is dead.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why when they draw up this whole thing and say, and they do this whole radio thing, they found the killer and everything like that. Yo, and Keefe D didn't ever have a conversation with Puff prior to this. Me and Keefe D and we was in the Four Seasons gambling together.
I know Puff hate this nigga. Nigga, that ain't true. We was all gambling together. They talking about we didn't know these niggas. We knew them niggas. We was all gambling together. This nigga, yo, bro.
Prior to this, me and Keefe D and we was in the Four Seasons gambling together. This is after Pac is dead.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why when they draw up this whole thing and say, and they do this whole radio thing, they found the killer and everything like that. Yo, and Keefe D didn't ever have a conversation with Puff prior to this. Me and Keefe D and we was in the Four Seasons gambling together. You understand?
So it's surveillance video of that somewhere.
Huh?
It's surveillance video of that somewhere. Yeah, wow.
So you're in the Four Seasons Hotel. So we in the Four Seasons gambling.
Wow.
Me, D-Mac, Keefe D, Zip.
Puff, you better get your fucking nigga. you better get the best lawyers